No filter aquariums sound peaceful. No humming, no equipment, no ugly plastic blocks glued to the side of your tank like it owes you money. And sometimes they work, which is exactly why they can be dangerous. Because most people don't fail with no filter tanks right away. They fail after the part where they start trusting it. The appeal. Okay, I get why people love this idea. It feels natural. It feels minimal. It feels like you cracked some secret code everyone else missed. Plants are growing, water looks clear, and the fish are alive, but that's the honeymoon phase. And this is where people start telling others, see, you don't actually need a filter. That sentence has ended more aquariums than bad heaters. Here's what a filter is actually doing without the TED Talk. Most people think a filter's job is to make water look clean, but that's actually the smallest thing it does. A filter is a buffer. It slows down mistakes, it spreads waste out over time, and it gives bacteria somewhere stable to live when everything else changes. Take it away, and suddenly the tank becomes honest. Every overfeed matters, every missed water change shows up faster, and every new fish hits the system harder. Nothing is wrong yet, but nothing is protected anymore. Why no filter tanks work at first? Here's the part nobody explains. No filter tanks don't start unstable, they just start empty. You have low bioload, few fish, and then slow waste production. Plants and surfaces can keep up for a while, so the tank teaches you a bad lesson. This is easy. Then life happens. You feed a little more, you add one extra fish, or you skip a water change, or even the room just gets warmer. Nothing dramatic, just normal stuff. And now the system has no shock absorber. And then there's the fact that filterless tanks are basically in silent failure mode. When filtered tanks fail, they usually give warnings like cloudy water, odd smells, or behavior changes that you have time to react to. No filter tanks just don't do that. They hold it together until they don't. Fish start acting off, then lethargic, then gone. And because there's no obvious smoking gun, people blame genetics, stress, or that one fish. Rarely the system itself. The tank didn't break, it just ran out of margin. The big misunderstanding is this. Okay, this is the core problem with no filter aquariums, is that they demand experience, but they're marketed to beginners. People see experts running them successfully and miss the invisible parts, like years of restraint, extremely light stocking, consistent routines, and knowing when not to act. A no-filter tank doesn't forgive curiosity, but filtered tanks do, and that's the difference. But this is when no-filter tanks actually make sense. No-filter aquariums aren't evil, they're just honest, and they work best when the keeper already understands stability, nothing changes quickly, and the tank is allowed to be boring. For everyone else, a filter isn't a crutch, it's a safety net. And beginners don't need purity, they need forgiveness. So no filter aquariums don't fail because they're wrong. They fail because they assume you already know when to stop. They don't absorb mistakes, they don't soften bad days, and they don't buy you time to learn. And most beginners don't need a natural tank. They need a tank that lets them screw up quietly. A filter doesn't make you lazy, it gives your tank room to breathe while you figure things out. Cut that margin away too early and the tank doesn't teach you faster, it just teaches you once and then it's gone. If you're trying to build a tank that lasts, not just survives, that's what Art Gills is here for. Subscribe and I'll keep breaking down why fish actually die and how to stop learning the hard way.